Princess Bear here, and we're back at Animal Kingdom because we came to party with the animals.
They added like a whole bunch of new food options a couple days ago, and you guys have been asking and asking and asking when we're gonna come here and do it, so we're here.
We told you we were coming.
We're gonna do the
so loyal.
We're gonna eat the foods. We're gonna enjoy the foods.
Yes.
And the drinks.
So remember, she's vegan, I'm not, and as your number one choice in foodie infotainment, we are here to try all these foods for you while hanging out in the jungle all day.
Sure to save the animals.
You heard the girl. So we came to Pandora, they gave us rations, or rather I bought rations because it's Pandora. And you have the brand new to Animal Kingdom, Marshall's favorite, Guava Stuffed Pancake. Now, this Guava Stuffed Pancake is supposed to be all over Animal Kingdom. It basically replaced the breakfast sandwich, which is no longer on the menu. Like egg and cheese biscuit we used to have before. And this is it. It's like a round stuffed pancake. Feels pretty weighty, warm. So Pongu has it, Tamu is supposed to have it, and then some of the stands, but a lot of places we went this morning were out. So, enough talk. Let's just get into whatever the Marshall likes to eat. It's interesting having like guava in there. The pancake consistency is kind of It's a little dense and on the dry side, sort of like one of those plant-based pancakes they serve around property. But the egg and the cheese, like a nice cheese pull, and then the guava paste and a little sweetness, actually works kind of well. It's basically like congealed guava syrup inside the pancake. It actually works. I love this. I wish that they served it sometime other than breakfast. It's hard to get it for breakfast. We struggled this morning, but we give it 4.5 out of 5 plus.
Say hello to the replacement for our beloved Impossible Empanadas. Now we have an Impossible Pita with all these extras in here. I don't know how I'm gonna eat everything in one bite. This feels like a multi-bite type situation. The corner bite action is where it's at. So the Impossible that's in here tastes like literally the same Impossible that they served you in the empanada, but they put the pico in it. And then there's like a cucumber, which makes it just a little bit more crunchy. There's crunchies in there too. The pico's a little bit more prominent. It just feels like a deconstructed empanada with some extras. I don't know. I want to give them points for creativity. I kind of like this. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. Pitas. It's not better than the empanadas because I always love something like fried and like on the go, but it's pretty damn tasty.
Okay. So we have this little, basically it's an Impossible pocket. I thought Disney was gonna do like the Magic Kingdom quick service thing, and like this thing is gonna be like a third of the way full, but it is packed. Again, I don't think I've ever seen a pita that filled at a theme park, but it is stuffed. Like, that's a fat boy. It's not me holding it. That's the actual thickness of the pita. Now, you got 2 empanadas before. I was wondering if one of these is going to equal 2 of those, and I think it's pretty par for par, but let's see if it tastes any better. Wow. It's very well seasoned. A little bit of spice to it. I would give it like a 2 out of 10 on the spice scale. Not for a flavor, nothing that's going to like make you cry your eyes out. Unless you have a spice weakness, and then your mileage may vary. But it's very well seasoned. I thought that maybe because the insides are so wet, it would soak through the pita, but it's actually holding up pretty well. The pasta tastes good. I like the cucumber salad on top. It's a nice touch. I think I actually like this more than the empanada. And the side of chips isn't bad either. They're a bit salty. But the empanada, the pocket is good. Give it 4.5 out of 5 plus. Here we have the Harissa chicken wrap. was like a wet Harissa chicken salad, which replaces the chicken like pot that we had before. But this thing is like moist and cold. So if you like cold, sort of like lunch dishes, this may be for you. See how spicy it is. Harissa can be spicy sometimes. It's got a good flavor, not spicy at all, but very dense. Like tons of chicken, a little bit of carrot in there, and the sauce. It looks like a small bit, but like it's very dense and it will definitely fill you up. Like the flavor, it's a little damp, but other than that, I think that the flavor's pretty good. I just wish that it wasn't so like, you can tell it's been sitting for a bit because everything's so soggy. But it's a nice new addition. I like to see things change at everything. Give this 3.75 out of 5 plus.
My mouth is still on fire from that pita that I ate.
Yeah. We had a foodie accident, dropped it on the table, couldn't finish the rest.
The floor, yeah. So I only got to have a few bites, but at least I got to have a couple chips. They're like turmeric flavored. They were really nice.
Yeah, a lot different than a normal, just standard Disney kettle cooked chips. Some actual crisp and texture to them. Those I like. I want to see more of those, or just sell them in a bag. I'll take those to go in a bag.
I'd probably give the chips like a 4 out of 5 chips. They were pretty tasty.
Let's go enjoy some wildlife.
If you are missing the empanadas, just get the pita. It's literally the same thing. There was even the potato in it, just like you would get in the Impossible.
We're gonna miss those empanadas.
We will. Beautifully house-brewed margarita with Patron and agave syrup. Do not sleep on Yak and Yeti Bar, especially if you have Landry's. You can get Landry's points. Mary and I just got both of our drinks because we got like the birthday bonus thing for our birthdays. These drinks were $3. By girl math, I mean obviously you have to spend money to get those points, but then like it's free money to when you spend the points. So it's like, it's girl math, I think. It's free, but you know, not free. Whatever.
They don't have much flavor, but they didn't have sweet and sour sauce package.
So tasty. And I get Tajin whenever I can. This is fire. This is a really good margarita.
It's better over there.
Really good. I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of 5 margaritas. It's like the perfect balance between like tart and liquor.
The water.
Beautiful.
Never, my friend said, never sleep on Yak and Yeti's Bar. They have a full bar. You don't need a Landry's card to go in there. You can just walk into the bar and order a drink like you would anywhere else. And just keep building up Landry's points. So if you don't have a Landry's card, get one. And then you just get points every single time you go for drinks that you would order anyway, because you're here. A good portion of you are Disney adults who like a good drink with your animal kingdom. Princess and the Bear take you to a place, and then the best place with the best food and drinks. Marg's made from hand, always better than the pre-made nonsense you get elsewhere. The extra care and touch shows. The agave is a nice touch, helps that sweet and sour. It's very well balanced, but still strong. 4 out of 5 plus. So I was feeling something not so sweet, so I decided I was going to get a Victory Gold Monkey, which is our tried and true. That's like our official beer of Animal Kingdom. Now, don't get me wrong, Tusker is fine, but as far as Princess Bear goes, Victory Gold Monkey is our official beer of Animal Kingdom. Tell them we sent you. Refreshing is that first burst of cold-ish fall air that Floridians get. That's what tasting a Victory Gold Monkey feels like. 4 out of 5 plus.
Painted Wolf, The Den, Pinotage. Ever since Disney took away the ability to buy bottles from the bakery here in the Africa section, replaced it with jam jar, I've like taken it upon myself to just order this wine at every opportunity because I can't just go buy bottles at random in the parks anymore. We gotta go to Total Wine and that's like out of the way for us, so it's better to just order these drinks, even though this glass is $15, which is the same as a mixed drink. So I don't know, is this value? I don't think so. But always tasty and delicious. They serve it chilled. I would give it a 4.75 out of 5 Pinotages. This is literally the best Pinotage I've ever had in my life, and I've had quite a few at this point.
This is how you fit $15 into a cup. It's price hikes. At this point, price hikes at Disney are an every year sort of thing. I can understand ticket prices going up. You know, supply and demand. The price of wine going up, and alcohol, the beer going up. That hurts me to the core, like the core. Cheers to what's left of my wallet. I love the like variation in the flavor of Painted Wolf, depending on whether it's like room temperature or chilled. Preference completely, but I think I like it this way. You keep offering the Princess Pinotage in the park, and we might be living in a tent. 4.5 out of 5 plus. So here we have the African Wildflower. It's giving me heart-shaped herb vibes, and I'm not mad at that. Okay, you give me heart-shaped herb here in this park, I'm gonna eat it. I don't care if it's not actually giving me superpowers or make me king of a country or I don't know, access to tech that I'm never gonna find. Either way, I'll drink purple. Purple drink in any of its form. Pinkish purple, purple, just purple. I don't know what I'm getting at. So this is desert pear with lemonade. I'm gonna go ahead and assume because it's Disney, it's Minute Maid lemonade. I'm gonna pass on that for now with a absolute citrus vodka. You know? It might actually not be Minute Maid lemonade. Nope, it is. But there is a drink that they have for Latin and Hispanic and Latin American Heritage Month, the We Are Magia month. They had a desert pear one at Gawa Bar. That one was way too syrupy, and I hated it. This is a bit more balanced in its flavor. Still tastes a little bit artificial, but not like I'm pouring straight syrup down my throat. It's not the best drink I've ever had, but for Harambe, this is an improvement. 3.5 out of 5 plus.
So here we have an Impossible Kefta Pita, which kind of reminds me of Docking Bay a little bit. The same chips that we had from Kusafari. I'm just gonna, I mean it's a beautiful spread, but I'm just gonna spread it all on here so it's a little even. Oh, I had 2 forks, my bad. I don't even know, because you can't really squish this unless you move the sausages, or beyond, impossible, whatever. So here we go. I'm gonna just commit to this mistake. Cheers. Yeah. Very reminiscent of Docking Bay. With like, just a slight variation. I think the sauce that they put on the top is pretty much the only thing that gives it a different flavor. The Impossible is seasoned exactly like Docking Bay. It really, really, really reminds me of like if the Docking Bay Fallujah Kefta had a baby with the Ronto Roasters Ronto wrap, like the lunch one. Like you didn't want to make it spicy, but just like kind of like a gyro, but not. You would get this. That is exactly what this is. I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's really filling. I would give it 3.5 3.75 out of 5 Keftas. I think the pita probably isn't the right solution because it's gonna break apart and fall apart when you make like discs like that. That was just rough. But outside of that, I'm sure once they figure out those kinks, maybe they crumble it a little more or something. I'm gonna be fab. It's almost there.
I will say something. They definitely, for a change, did not skip on the sauce and the toppings. You have plenty of cucumbers and this like tomato on top with the onion in it. Usually you get people who get like a light hand and give us all the things. All the things. This thing is like a foodie mouth puzzle. Like, where do I bite to get the maximum flavor? As in life, be careful what comes out the back. It can be kind of messy. Kind of messy. Get that so I don't get that all over my shirt. Either way, it's very good flavor. I can see how it reminds the Princess of the Felicia Garden spread from Docking Bay. It does have like a similar texture and like seasoning. It's like that African inspired seasoning flavor. The Impossible feels a bit dry. I could do it being like a little bit more moist. The sauce and the cucumber, everything helps with that. But you get like nice, soft, moist textures, and you get to that, and it's a bit more not moist in the bad way. It's an even flavor. I think it's a fine replacement and a fine other option compared to the Impossible salad / rice bowl that they had before. It's definitely an improvement. I just think that this is well, beyond not impossible, but it's a step up. Not a full step maybe, but it's a step up. 3.75 out of 5 stars. So here we have the omnivore version of basically what the Princess got, but this one is a beef and lamb kofta with a different sauce. So instead of the sauce the Princess had, I got a like herb tzatziki sauce, but it's the same sort of issue. Like it's presented perfectly, like it's beautiful. You get like the different layers of color, but in practice of trying to eat this, I couldn't eat this in the orientation it sits right now. So you got to sort of reposition all this on your own and sort of like spread the love out, or you're never going to be able to eat it as a taco, which is basically what it is. Well, taco shape. If not taco, then why taco shape, should I say? Take a bite. It's a very good blend of pork and lamb. Very light. Doesn't sit too heavy. Not like a greasy flavor, nice and dense, but still moist and juicy. I love what the tzatziki does. What it adds, like the savoriness of the meat. I wish there was a plant-based tzatziki that for the Princess's wrap. It might have probably made it a little bit more distinctive and not remind us so much of the dishes we have other places. As it is though, it's a tasty dish. It'd be really hard for me to pick though between like this and say like the wraps they have at Kusafiri, because with Pita being like all over this area, they're getting kind of samey. It'd be nice to have a little bit more distinction between the two. Give it 4 out of 5 bucks.
So here we have the chips. These ones are super burnt compared to the ones that we got at Kusafiri, and they taste it. Same turmeric like curry flavor, but so burnt, inedible. 0.5 out of 5 chips. It's not the chip I'm looking for.
There's one thing I usually expect Disney to get right, it's the kettle cooked chips. They're far more consistent than I said the Disney shoestring fries, but that means that when they're bad, it hurts more. My own expectations break my heart. Whew. It's like trying to chew burnt cardboard in the worst way possible. You could probably eat ash out of an ash trap and be better than that. I didn't spit it out, but I'm still giving that a 0. Not even worth the energy it takes to pick it up from the plate. Princess, what's that called?
That's a lobby next to a trilobite. is so cute and crustacean-y. Can we say this is the biggest accompaniment salad that we've had, like, ever? Compared to, like, Mama Melrose or anywhere else. Even coming here and getting, like, a pizza with a salad, this is way more than your normal salad. And they give you Italian to go with it. I hope I opened this correctly because I have, like, package opening issues. I bet that's perception. I don't know. Oh, goodness. That just came out like a flood. I don't want the whole packet, but let's just do, I feel like I gotta commit to this mistake because I literally drenched these top lettuces in Italian. So, cheers to the Italian dressing lovers on our channel. I bet you're gonna like this. Outside of the fact that I put accidentally too much Italian dressing, this tastes like a salad that I would make for myself at home. The lettuce is fresh, tomatoes are fresh, cucumbers are fresh, everything is good. I like this. I think if I was going to make this exact salad at home, I'd probably add like a vegan bacon, like a tempeh or something, but obviously we're not going to have it in the parks. And that's okay. I think it's average. It's not a salad I'm going to proactively come for, but it's also like fresh enough to where like I'm not going to be mad at it, considering it's like twice as big as like a pizza Rizzo salad. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 salads. I'm not going to say it tosses my salad, but it gets a high ranking because of the amount of salad they give you compared to like most salad sides.
I don't think I have it in me to remind the princess, this is a family channel. We don't toss salad here. And even if we wanted to, there's so little room left in this bowl that tossing would just get all over the table anyway. So, we're going to dig in. I'm going to try to spear me some leaves. Just get all up in here. Because it is a very healthy looking salad. But it's like mostly lettuce and nothing else. I'm not the biggest fan of like Ken's dressing. I think it airs too much on the sweet side. But the salad itself is standard. When I say standard, it's better than most you have here at Disney, but it's a side salad. It holds its role as a side. 2.5 out of 5 quality.
Never have I ever thought that a Pizza Rizzo hot dog would inspire other restaurants on Disney property to do the same. But here we are with a peppers and beyond sausage hot dog. Now, our friend Marnier came here before the menu change, and he was able to get like a vegan pizza with a custom-made salad. I would be curious to know if that is still available. Please comment and let us know if you were able to get that. We didn't even try this time because we have so many things to eat. And maybe we'll try next time, but like the likelihood of us coming to Pizzafari is low because this is like probably the worst quick service restaurants at Animal Kingdom, like worse than Restaurantosaurus. So, let's take this homage to Pizza Rizzo and let's see if it's got the rat flair. I don't even know what you would call that. Like, you don't want to compare yourself to Rizzo, really, when it comes to a restaurant? Maybe? I don't know. Let's just try it. So it's the Beyond Hot Italian sausage. It's not the regular Beyond. So I'm feeling the fire right now. I'm gonna say it's like a 4 out of 10 on the heat scale. And the longer I talk, the more my mouth becomes on fire. It is like, what's the word? Uncomparable, or like no, that's not the right word. Equivalent to the sausage hot dog at Pizzerizzo. This one I think is a little bit more peppery because they added more seasonings to the peppers on top, so it's a little more seasoned than what you would get at Pizzerizzo. But it's literally the same sausage with extra pepper. I want to say it's a 2 out of 5 Rizzo's because it doesn't belong here. I don't think it belongs at Rizzo's either. But I think making the pizza places serve a sausage dog for the vegans or a salad is a terrible life choice. You should be offering pizza as well for the vegans. And the fact that you want to make us eat the same Beyond sausage over and over again, frankly, I find insulting. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 because it's average, or maybe 2.5 out of 5 hot dogs because it's so average and because it's so Pizzerizzo and because Animal Kingdom is like the paradise for vegan food. And how dare you, Pizzafari, try to offer me something at another park without being any creative at all. You couldn't even give me like the chips that we have at some of the Kusafiri and Harambe. You just gotta like lowball me with a hot dog that we've already had before. I find it lazy, and I would like for Pizzafari to actually be at the same level as all of the other places at Animal Kingdom. Like, I don't want it to be like the Starlight Rays of Animal Kingdom, but I think that's what it is. I do.
I'll admit, or rather, I'll just say it. This is the one ugly looking hot dog. Ugly looking sausage. This thing looks like the leftover slime from like an Aliens movie. Like, the idea of putting something like this in my mouth is like Japanese tentacle horror. I just not looking forward. This thing looks slimy and gross, if I'm gonna say anything. But I'm a little biased because I don't like hot dogs to begin with. Plant-based dogs get me there, but like this thing, this is gonna be fun. The only thing positive about that is probably the spice.
With the bun?
Not even the bun. The bun could stand to be toasted a little bit more, like it's looking they tried, but they have so much pepper juice on top that it's soggy. I give the heat, it's a slow creep from the back of the throat. I give the heat probably a 4 out of 10 on the spice scale, which is weird because me and the princess don't normally agree on the heat level of anything, but I can actually taste this spice. And a lot of pepper. Whole lot of pepper, probably too much pepper. So much so that it overpowers any of the flavor that I would normally get from a spicy Beyond sausage. I would say, does this remind me of the Pizzerizzo Italian sausage dog? Yes. But I would call this the anti-Riz, aka the negative Riz, aka pulls no rats. This is going to be one lonely dog because nobody wants to spend time with this. If you get my meaning. It's a 1.5 out of 5 stars. It's Pizzafari, so my expectations weren't exactly high coming in, but they never fail to drop the bar low. I said what I said. Okay, so here we have the Antipasta. Now, the blog post for this launched. Said this is supposed to come later. It's only been 2 days since the whole menu went live, and here is the Antipasta. I knew it was the side, it was going to be small, but this is like a cup of salad. This is the size that I expected the princess side salad to be. But so, just an Antipasta, you have olives and artichoke and tomatoes and peppers. Apparently there's some mozzarella in here somewhere.
Like mozzarella balls.
Don't see a single one. There we go. There's one. There's two. Okay, there is indeed some. Like 3. Why is it because this place serves pizza, they feel justified to serve Italian food? Is that what it is? There's no place in Animal Kingdom. Like none. Does it taste like an antipasto? Yes. It's a bit liquidy, like wet, and very olive forward. There's so many olives in here that it sort of bites the other flavors of like the pepperoni and the mozzarella I can barely taste. All I get in my mouth is olives. And you love that like strong, salty olive taste. I can sort of understand. But if you're coming here to like taste like all those flavors that you would get in like a restaurant level antipasta, this is not for you. But it is an alternative to the plain Jane salad. I would give it 2 out of 5 claws for my Italian brother and sister and they and them and out there in the world. Y'all are gonna hate this. It's a solid 2.
I know that I have showed you guys a lot of expectation versus reality photos in the last week, but I think this is the worst one of them all. I'm not even going to show you the expectation because it is beautiful, and the reality is overcooked burnt ends and undercooked shoestring fries that are just like overwhelming this boat. I'm not even going to try. I'm going to do one without sauce and then one with, because these look not only burnt but under sauced. They're very dry. Very dry, and they need a little bit of help. But they are very tasty. They're seasoned very well, nice and smoky. I would say without the extra sauce, it's probably like a 1.5 out of 5 burnt ends. And with the sauce, this is the same sauce that they cook it in. That's where the magic happens. That just made this meal worthwhile. That is a 4 out of 5 burnt ends. If you just eat the burnt ends and nothing else, you're gonna enjoy the flavor because the fries are gonna suck, and I bet you the coleslaw is gonna suck too.
I know that alt meats are expensive, so I expect prices for vegan dishes that include alt meat to be comparable. Which brings up another discussion that we'll have another day about why plates that are only vegetables sometimes cost the same, if not more, than dishes with meat. We have to talk about that at Disney one day because something's not right there. This plate is $13. That's some change, like $13.70 something after tax. For this and this. Let's not get aside that this looks, I'll say it, sort of like oversized dog food. This portion size is not a vibe. Let's go ahead and get one of these burnt ends. At least they're actually burnt, I guess. That's a thing. Let's give it a nibble. I definitely slow roasted that barbecue on the outside. It's given like a jerky flavor, like a barbecued jerky in cube form. Let's go ahead and dip it in the sauce. You guys love sauce dips. Probably why you come here. You even come here and listen to us. You just want to see us dip things in sauces, like close-up shots. That's all you care about. You're not here for us. I'll give it to them. The way the Impossible holds the seasonings and the barbecue sauce does it well. I'm going to chalk these up to a trading issue. These are new here. So I imagine that over time they'll get better. I'm going to task the community, yes, you guys, when you come here and if you try these, I need you to tag us in photos of this, see if it gets better over time or it gets worse. That may change how much you recommend that to other people who come across to ask about it. As it is right now, it's a 2. It's just not, it's not a vibe. It's not a value, it's not a vibe. The flavor is okay, but it could be better. The dryness really hurts it, and the portion size is frankly laughable. I'm sticking with it too. But if you guys can show me better presentation than this, tag us in it, whatever platform you're on, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, TikTok, run everything. And I see it better, I will choke back my rating. I'll either come do it again in a vertical video or something else, or maybe to get to the point where we can recommend it to the community as a whole. Right now, this is kind of sad. This is what we were most excited for today, and so far it's been the second biggest letdown. So let's be honest, that hot dog was terrible. But yeah, it was sad.
Can we talk about how this is the driest slaw I've ever seen? It's literally just shredded vegetables with no sauce. How is this slaw? Please tell me how this is slaw. This is the makings of slaw. This is what you buy to create slaw, not to serve slaw.
Okay.
I don't even care that it fell down. It's just dry AF cabbage. This is terrible. This is probably as bad as those undercooked fries that were served with these beef tips. This is, I was expecting this to be the best meal that we had at Animal Kingdom, which is why we saved it for last, and it's the worst. This is a 1 out of 5 coleslaw. This doesn't even count as coleslaw. These are just ingredients in a bowl. Fail.
For those of us that are new here, I'm new here too, don't mind me. I just show up in these videos every now and then. Nobody knows who I am. I love coleslaw. Love. This technically is slaw, like it's shredded veggies and cabbage and carrots. It's not coleslaw. It's just slaw. It's literally, there's not, maybe there's some in the bottom. No, there's nothing in the bottom. It's just shredded veggies in a bowl.
That was too big of a bite.
What did I do to you, Disney? You not like me? I do something wrong along the way. Did I say something wrong? I know. From time to time, I dog on your food, but let's be honest. Some of it deserves to be dogged on. Doesn't mean I actually want to be served dog food. It's 1 out of 5 plus. Even if you just count it as slaw, it's just terrible.
We had perfectly cooked, undercooked, and overcooked chips today. I guess now we're going into that fry realm. So we're doing undercooked fries today with our overcooked beef tips. Because that's a thing, apparently, with our slaw with no sauce. I'm taking the smallest fry in the bunch because I don't want these fries. I would rather eat plastic. This is terrible. I really wanted to like this dish. I've seen other people enjoy it. I hate this. This is a 1 out of 5. I wouldn't recommend this to my worst enemy.
I really had to come up with a better fry test. This is no longer indicative of a good fry or a bad fry. Nowadays, it's just, it is. Most everything passes the fry test unless it's a soggy mess. Let's try this one. That is indeed undercooked. You need a few more minutes there in the fryer. I'm like the princess. I am petty. I would recommend these to my worst enemy. I hope they choke on them. I hope it gives you diarrhea. I don't have many enemies, so for most of you that doesn't apply. But otherwise, to my friends, and that's everybody watching this video, don't eat this. Go somewhere else.
To your enemies?
If any of you are actually watching, hate watching, take a hate watch, bon appetite. We've been in the jungle, deep in the jungle.
Despite the fact that we had a pretty crappy food day, we had a really good day together.
Yes, hanging out on trees, drinks, animals, favorite bartenders.
Merch?
She got a bag, another lounge fly. Yes, I know. But how can I say no?
He bought it for me.
How can I say no?
He bought it for me when I was in the bathroom. He surprised me.
Bears are skinky. I went to yogi school, so these things happen. But we love a lot of what they're doing in the menus here. We'd like to see some more unique items. Definitely some changes, training on the brands.
Can I say that Universal does burnt ends better than Disney?
Fighting words. You're in a
Can I
Disney
say
park.
that?
You're in the best Disney park.
But
You're saying that.
weren't they better? Weren't they better?
I mean, she's not wrong. She didn't got to say it like that, but she's not wrong. But I don't know what you guys think. Seeing what you've seen, is it time to put this on your agenda for the next trip? It better be. At least not for the last item, but everything else. If not, or if you have other plans or you want to see us do other things here, of course, the comments is always a place to let us know. Remember, you're your number one choice of food entertainment, and if you ask us to go, we will definitely do it.
We
The
will.
Comments is always a place to find us. Hit the notification bell. We'll see other videos like this, and
We have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and go to Kusafiri and Flame Tree. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time.